Hello, we're here at the Revionics booth at the NRF Big Show 2017, and today I'm talking to Cheryl Sullivan, who is Chief Marketing and Strategy Officer for Revionics. I hope I got your title right,
You
Cheryl.
did, you got it right.
Thank you, and also I'm with John Fleming, who is a former executive with Walmart and Uniqlo. Welcome, John.
Thank you, it's great to be here.
Well, they were just at an interesting panel, and I was fortunate enough to sit in, and the panel was all about pricing strategy, and a lot of the topic that came up, Cheryl, was pricing dynamics. And I think you made a point that it's not all about speed, it's all about getting the right frequency.
Right. My point was that dynamic pricing tends to freak people out, and they immediately think that it's pricing like Amazon every couple seconds. And in reality, it's about having the right tools and infrastructures in place that will change price, but at the right frequency depending upon who you are, whether you're brick and mortar or online or a combination of both, an omni-channel world, but also taking and understanding the demand signals of the shopper and the competitive landscape, as well as your pricing strategies and financial objectives into account. So it's really pricing at the right time versus pricing every 2 seconds.
And John, you were on the panel also talking about dynamic pricing with Cheryl, but you took an interesting tack and pointed out that right pricing can also be a customer engagement tool.
Yeah, we live in a different world. Retail's transforming as we speak, and it really has to do with the customers in control. They have visibility to everything that they want in their fingertips and with their phone. And so pricing becomes a tool to be able to engage that consumer and be able to deliver unique offerings to individual customers that will drive further engagement with the brand.
You know, building on that theme, Cheryl, you said that retailers can't afford to get it wrong, meaning there's a lot of pressure on retailers to get pricing right.
Right, they have to get it right. Today's shopper is not yesterday's shopper. They expect immediate results. They expect you to know them and to take, retailers have been doing personalization for a while from the perspective of trying to get the message and that right to these shoppers, but it's also about giving them the right price, the right promotion. And if you get it wrong, they're not loyal and they will move on. They have a million options in the palm of their hands.
Well, speaking of shoppers and moving on, we've been talking about the new shopper for a little while here in retail, but the truth is retailers are still catching up to all of what that means.
The retailers are still thinking about each channel and developing relationships with the customer by channel, and yet the relationship with the customer needs to be at the brand level, whether that's a retailer or a specific brand. And so the businesses need to become channel agnostic because that's what the customer expects, and the opportunity is to focus on the customer, engage with them and take the friction out. Just make that easy for them to transact, to interact any way they want, anytime.
Let's finish up our conversation with a little bit of discussion about tools and technologies. What are the tools and technologies that help those points you were making about getting it right and getting the right frequency?
Yeah, it's about price optimization, price and promotion, and markdown optimization, especially for apparel retailers, but it's tools that have machine learning science so that is able to pick up immediate demand changes, learn from them, and be able to come up with the optimal price recommendation. So from the price management all the way through the optimization aspect of that.
Speaking of tools, is it possible for tools to help retailers to get to that personalized level, to get almost to that one-to-one level?
I think the tools are an absolute. If you don't have the tools, you're not going to have the visibility and you're not going to be able to perform it in a dynamic way because it's about responding to consumer triggers and demand, which happens in real time.
Well, we had a great discussion. It was a great session here at NRF, and really appreciate the time you took to be with me and us here today after the session. Thank you.